Welcome to Facebook Live. I'm on live and I am so happy that you're joining me here today. I don't know if you're on Facebook or you're watching the replay or you're on YouTube, but I'm just so happy you're here. And we're going to start soon. But today what I'm going to talk about is career development and the career search process. Mostly I'm going to focus on college students, but I'm also going to talk about young adults, high school students, and I'm going to talk about students particularly with ADD or ADHD. So we're going to start soon. Welcome. If you don't know who I am, I'm Lynn Miner-Rosen. I am a certified career coach and I'm an ADHD coach. I work with high school seniors, college students, and young adults all across the country. Most of my clients have ADHD, and that includes the inattentive type, which sometimes is known as ADD, but I'm going to talk about it as ADHD today. I also work with clients who have executive functioning deficits or really any learning difference that they're having. Prior to coaching, I was a special education teacher for 12 years, and prior to that, I was in the business world and I worked my way up the corporate ladder in the fashion industry in Los Angeles and in New York. So what I love doing, this is my passion, this is what I love doing. So thank you all for coming in. Before we start, please let me know, give me a thumbs up. Let me know where you're from. Let me know, are you a student? Are you a parent? Are you a professional? I really want to get to know my audience. I want to know who you are. Let's have some interaction. Okay, so today, my topic I'm going to talk about is career development and why it's such an important process. And here's some things that I've noticed and I've heard from my clients. And one thing is, it's true. A lot of people know exactly what they want to do when they grow up. That is true. And some students or college students or young adults follow in the footsteps of their parents or somebody that they know and they're very close to. So they just say, oh, well, that's the career that I'm going to do. And some students go into college just knowing what their path is going to be, what major they're going to choose, and that's understandable also. But as a career coach, I get a lot of people reaching out to me saying, I don't know where to start. Or my parents told me that I should be a police officer when I graduate college because it's a steady job and I'm going to have good benefits. And so they pick that major and they decide that that's the career that they want to go into. But college students, one thing is it's so important, and parents need to know this and college students need to know this. Just because you got into college and you're in college doesn't mean that you're going to get that career when you graduate. It doesn't mean that as soon as you graduate, poof, you're going to have a job. There's some work that has to go into it and some really genuine thought. So this is one thing, is I've noticed that a lot of college students are not reaching out to their career office. And career offices are extremely valuable in any college. I definitely agree with that. But I want you to keep some things in mind. If you're a college student, especially a college student, maybe with ADHD, maybe not, maybe with a little anxiety or social nervousness, you are the college student is the one that has to go in there. And that's often the hardest part, and we hear so much about it that a lot of college students don't use their college office, their career office in college as much as they should. So that's number one. But also I want you to keep in mind, if you have any kind of a learning difference or a challenge or a disability, that between you and me, the college career centers aren't always really trained to work with people with disabilities. And that's not everywhere, and that I'm sure there are tons of exceptions, and I know some really great schools locally and nationwide that do really, really take care of those clients and those students. But keep in mind that when you walk in that office, they don't know if you have a disability. So if you have an invisible disability or anxiety challenges or depression or anything else that's keeping you from your job, or if you have difficulty making eye contact, that's so important to either tell them or get the support that you need. And that's really important. So again, I'm going to repeat, even though you have a college degree, that does not guarantee that you're going to get a job out of college. Super important for you to remember that. And it's good for parents and students to know that. And if you have ADHD or any other type of learning disability or learning challenge, it's going to be even harder for you to get a job and keep the job. And also, here's the big thing. A lot of students with ADHD have a really hard time imagining what it's going to be like 4 years from now, or 3 years from now, or 2 years from now. And often they put off or procrastinate this job development process that's so important. They put it off and procrastinate until they're seniors. Don't wait until you're a senior. And I use the hashtag, don't wait until you graduate. Don't wait. Start when you're a freshman, even start when you're a high school senior. And I'm not saying that you have to pick your major or pick your career when you're a freshman in college. I'm saying that you just need to be proactive and take some steps. And I'm going to talk about them today. And I'm so glad that you're here. So again, I'm going to take a break. If you're on live with me, give me a thumbs up. Let me know where you're coming in from, where you're viewing from, and if you have any questions, I'm going to answer questions at the end. We'll do a Q&A, so even if you're on YouTube, put your questions below and let me know what you want to talk about, what you're interested in. So let me tell you a little bit about career development. Career development is a process. It's a journey to find the best match for you. And this is going to take some time. And a lot of young people think all they need to do is pick a major for college and that they're going to be set and have no problem getting a job. And the first problem that comes to my mind is that you might not know what your future is when you're a freshman in college. How do you know? But college is a great place to get experience and learn what you're interested in, learn what you like and what you don't like, learn what your passions are, and make it fun and exciting, and notice the things that you are very interested in and notice the things you're not so interested in. This process of career development takes time, a lot of time, and it's one of the most important things you will do in your life because you're going to have a job and a career forever. So this is more important than any other decision that you're going to make. I talk about this all the time. I see so many people spending so much time on the internet looking for the perfect car or the perfect vacation. So they'll research and spend hours researching what's the best color for my car, what size car do I want, how many doors is it going to have, how do I compare it to other cars, what's the price of the car, what's the value, what's the gas mileage, the headroom, the shoulder room. I mean, I know people spend months and months deciding on their perfect car, but people don't spend that much time thinking about a career they're going to have for the rest of their life. And it's so important, but I don't know if a lot of people know about it. So today I'm going to quickly go through the career development process that I do with my clients. And then at the very end, I want you to click the link to my blog, and get a free download, free checklist, and free information with more details about what I'm talking about today. So that's going to be your present at the end of this recording. Okay, so here's number 1. Consider your interests and passions. You can all be whatever you want to be. It's really about you and what you really want to do. Now, there's a couple of ways to figure that out. There are checklists and there are assessments. I am strong interest inventory certified, and so I give my clients, I work with them, I give the strong interest inventory assessment. I also do the MBTI. But one thing I want to tell you about assessments, especially if you have learning challenges or ADHD, is these assessments were created by people who are neurotypical. And they're for people who are neurotypical. So you have to take the results with a little bit of grain of salt and look at it and use it as a starting point for conversation. It's not the end-all be-all. There is no assessment that's going to tell anybody this is the perfect career for you. Now, the strong interest inventory is good. It'll give you the top 10 and it'll give you the top 20. But that doesn't mean that's exactly the perfect match for you. It's just a place to start. So number 2, get a job or volunteer regularly. I meet so many clients that come to me after they graduate so frustrated that they can't get a job, and it's so horrible. But the thing is, they haven't worked or had any experience while they were in college. So I implore all of you, the minute you're freshmen in college, is either get a part-time job, and really doing anything is fine, or volunteer. It's great experience. It looks great on a resume. It helps you learn what you like and what you don't like in a job. It really is great experience, and it helps you to practice those social skills and transferable skills that are so important for employers. And I'm going to go into social skills and transferable skills in another day for sure. We will talk about that. So here's tip number 3. Join a club. Join a team. Join an art group, art appreciation group, or music, or theater, or any type of society. It's so important for you to make connections with other people that have similar interests, learn about what careers are out there, what possibilities there are for you, practice your social skills, networking, and making relationships. That is key. And also, it looks great on your resume. Here's another thing. When you graduate, you want to have a resume filled with good stuff. Okay, tip number 4, talk to alumni or upperclassmen and teachers. Ask them about their careers and their experiences and people that they know, and really save those connections. When you make those connections, write them down. Keep a place where you keep a journal or you keep them noted, whether you use something online like Evernote or OneNote or your mailing list or an Excel spreadsheet. Keep the names and the phone numbers and the emails of the people that you meet. Okay, here's number 5. Read the newspaper. Yes, a real newspaper. The New York Times, the Washington Post, the Wall Street Journal. And when you go through it, I don't want you to do it online. I want you to open up a real newspaper and really read, put it on the table and really look at it. And I want you to save articles that really interest you. And also notice what you're reading and notice what you're not reading. And really, keep an eye on those things you like and you don't like. Okay, tip number 6. Attend career fairs and job fairs and start when you're a freshman. Don't wait until you graduate. Don't wait until you're a senior. Do this now. Get used to it. Notice how it is. Notice how you find out the map of where everybody is. It's not about just getting a job or getting an internship. It's about making connections and networking. And that's the best way you're going to get a job. And even if they don't have a job that day for you at the career fair or the job fair, you want to stay connected to them, and you never know who they know. They are always in the same circle of employers that are looking for you. They're looking for dynamic people. So make sure you attend all of them and keep a note of the people that you meet, and always, always, always send a written note after you meet an adult professional. Yes, you can send an email if you really have to, but if you want to stand out from all the others, here's your big tip. Write a thank you note. It is so important. Okay, tip number 7, we're moving on here. Get organized. Save everything. Save certificates, save awards, save your grades, your resume, letters of recommendation. But here's what I find. A lot of my clients with ADHD are trying to save everything on their computer. There are a couple problems with that. Number 1 is, what if your computer crashes? Or what if you lose the hard drive or lose the flash drive? That would be terrible. The other thing is, I think we need to physically look at things and put Post-it notes and write notes on there and look at it and highlight. So I really believe in keeping a binder. I really believe in the old-fashioned printing it out. I know a lot of my millennial clients say, oh, that's a lot of paper, it's a lot of printing. It doesn't matter. This is the most important thing you can do for the rest of your life, is have a binder with all of your information there, all of your references, all your experiences, all your awards, letters of recommendation. Put them in that binder. Okay, tip number 8, take classes that you don't know anything about. Think outside your bubble. Stretch yourself, push yourself, challenge yourself, open your mind. Think about classes that might be interesting. Public speaking, writing for the newspaper, journalism, finance, economics, social issues. All of these things are going to help round you out so that you find out what you like and what you don't like. I always tell this story about when I was in college. I took business classes. I didn't know what I liked, and I took statistics, and everybody said I was going to hate it, and I loved it. Who knew? Nobody knew. That was such a shocker. You never know, right? Okay, tip number 9, network. Yep, network. And that's not easy for everybody. I get it. So the number 1 thing to do is join LinkedIn and have an amazing profile on LinkedIn, but make sure you have a current, really professional picture on LinkedIn, number 1. And then complete your bio on LinkedIn with everything about you on it, everything that has to do with your school, your any work experience, any desires or ideas, and join some groups. Join groups on LinkedIn. Then I also think you should network in person and go to networking events. But before you go, practice your elevator speech. The more you do it, the more comfortable you'll be. Go to networking events with a friend. You'll be nervous at first, but after that, it's going to get so much easier. Take business cards from the people that you meet and write on the back of it the date that you met them and where you met them, so that you can save that business card. And as soon as you get home from that networking event, follow up with everybody that you met. Either send them an email or friend them on LinkedIn and a little note that says, it was really nice to meet you tonight and let's stay connected. So that's really important. And I'll talk about networking again on another video. So finally, we're getting down to the end. Do your research online. Research people and meet the companies, learn all about the companies that they work for. Learn about different businesses and occupations. Open up your mind. Don't close yourself off to ideas or preconceived notions or something that you watched on TV. It's not like that in the real world. It's not like TV. So get rid of all those ideas that you have about certain jobs or things that people have told you, and you do the research yourself and see if it's something that you would really like. One of the best sites I recommend is ONET, www.onet.org, and it's a great source to find out more about careers. So I am so happy that you are here. I'm looking to see if anybody's left any messages, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. So do me a favor, leave comments or questions for me on Facebook Live, on my Facebook page, or on my YouTube page. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it right now. And also, I put the link right here to coachlynnmr.blogspot.com, and that's where you're going to get your freebie. Free. So please click that on. You're going to get a great infographic and checklist that's going to help you with all of this information that I just shared with you. Please click and like and follow and share on my Facebook page, and share this video out to anybody that you know that might be interested in this. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at ADHD Coach Lynn. And let me know, are there other topics that you want me to talk about? And I'm going to come on every Friday, so I'll see you here next Friday. And we're going to talk about career coaching, ADHD coaching, and all of the things that are important for you. So have a great day and a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in.